Hello, good day. You're welcome to Express Update, and today on Express Update is all about the final funeral rites of the Manye and the issues surrounding it. My name is Beatrice Bampuado.
And I am Georgia Goodlikely Thompson. Stay tuned for more details.
So we are still here at the 31st December markets in Accra, and so many markets women never showed up today because of the first announcement that was made for a 3-day closure of the markets due to the final funeral rites of the Manye. And yesterday the announcement was reviewed and it was announced publicly that they can come to the market, but on Saturday they shouldn't, because that is the main day for the funeral rites. And I see the place is still empty. We'll talk to and interact with some of the people to see what's happening.
Just like my colleague said, although the announcement has been reviewed, the place is still empty. So we will go around and interact with some few of the market women, those who are around, to find out why their colleagues are not in today.
So aho abona watachi truka abachake ko watachi no abachake e wa haninye tension ba mam mo fi amon segbe e wa ye jilapi e wa nu mene so we jila e wo na kan o fio na nye mi na he ni fefu we bo nche no bo na me o e komi pe o mi ni be se mo na ke wo be aka asafo bi baba kotun asafo ba yen pelebi kana no wo jila ba isibo na ba lo ni bi na ba fitebu nya ga ne kan Highland Guard na me yen ke abobo yo obun abayi wo efe nikan o mo fi amon segbe o ya wo o ko lohun o ka wo jatun ni abaye langan be ba yibo mo akọ sky manche abo sika akufado won abo sika bo ba nyon yen la cha no ke pe lo wo be ne bale wo won segbe wo wo jala mene so en jatu fi o ko ba won eta sister la tawe ko eni wo jatu en mo fi amon close e ke manche egbo manche ke manye egbo no ame won noko manche we ha won noko ne ke manye egbo saka fe yala aka won ni no me manche na ni manye hu na ijo ni wonu wa ka ke Saturday hu je nche wo baga sha ke junction me yala no ona ke we mo efe enyo ndu ete bi antone wata bi ene no mo ko ba won information aka ke junction me gbonu eno yala eyin fe mo e wo manche ejie ba out meneke wo ba ne ba wi ake Saturday no market si ka bi antone mo ko ba swane ne no e ka injunction ni Saturday no ba wo jana ba yi wo nwe e wo me manche ne le manche e wa ba out ka je na ka manche ka information ni wo e ba non sa aka junction nwe yala no no mo fi am ba wo jana wo yen bi nu wo ya suku abe university feeding fee waye bia na wa to mo yin nu ka se wo ya kwa bia na ye son jole hunu enu e wo pale fai e kwa ni meneke wo e release information ojogba ni ko ni me aba ma la ka je na kan ba fi aluta wa ba fi te ya la e na kan house.
I am with the popular Toli woman that has been trending on TikTok. Ma ofa ine ye shiba mi na menke akabajano ni mebe huni ake nyekaba
ofa ne be ni wonu leji maji acheme ha ni woli ake manye wuluko egbo ne ke manye ni egbo ne wo ba gba ka waso ke mo so wo ka ba be Friday wo ka ba shi wona wonu ye ke yan so gbe ka ke wo ye gba ka wo ba nya wo ba so wo ye gbe won ka wo ba nya wo ba so wa ni ji Friday ko di wo ke ho aki ame na me nya ma to ame gbonu we ne wo ngene wo mo kala wo ntuni anye me ekobe ame ha wo ba kwa wo no ni ba ya no Toli. Aroma man, Toli. I won't care begin like Zaman. Toli. Aroma man, Toli.
Thank you very much.
Wagame wongme wo hicho. Wagame wongme wo hiwa adeche binekedi tashacho bina kwale imo. Nini ya no e wogame entiase ame a wo hwe wo hia agbo ame a wo hwe wo hia wa adeche What I am what I be no work what be or be because nini am a work a sure war. It's an ambavi and passio. Kaji wagamanye go, nete abrochi, the Jema name yo, what about full egbejiano to papano. She work full what was a ahabe, ake a fugamanye, ni ake a fugamanye, ni beahabe, ake at work about market 3 days say, take your 10 days for Saturday. A job 3 days be. You want any tree men jawanakai. Meno Sunday balanakai. What game sadika woman check and the amashi. I jack a man check every come on, we are quick said they are cordon. Me putting tashi be an ejabo could me. Sikaji won and on in vie, non in vie. If we no concaca was said, oh, what game and walk on the amashi juban. I jack a war fitted. 150 agbo. Nikaji walk quick or take it time, what game baje wadi. What game baje wadi. Be an echo bama me. Gamma far. Commotion what I jade no. Treatment so. Call here wa kaganyo jibo here wa onyo chuni e mokola. Ni wo manti ase ni. No wo kwafai ni wo chebe ke wo nyeme ameka ba na ne amashi ye ganti ase because I been fit gan. Ka gwobo manche no ba wie ko wie. Mi hia manche yi yo manye ye hia. Acho mi na akwa lowu. Oda no keji owie. Manche wie de ba chela jo de ba ku ese de ke le ba akodon. Afi na kan. No ameka man na amashi ojogba kodi ekobe fe mu aba ye ganti ase no mi ke ga me fe o woman bi fe ko lewe bi mo fe mo gama si fe mi nka ma ke aka na amashi ojogba ni jo mo afe wo no twamanya ba.
Still on Express Updates, we are live at the family house of the late Queen Mother Naa Dedei Oma3druo III. We are here to find out if the court's injunction, how true it is, and why Ni Otinto and other members of the committee are being restrained from organizing, touching, or performing any of the funeral rites. My colleague is in there to interact with some few family members. Stay tuned for more details.
Clock TV is still here at the family house of the late Queen Mother of the Gan States, Naa Dedei Oma3druo III. And we have here one of the family members, which is the executive secretary to the family. Hello, sir. You are welcome on Clock TV.
Thank you, madam.
We want to know what actually is the problem and what's led to the injunction.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. Now, we as the family of Naa Dedei Oma3druo III believes that once we have experienced the demise of the late queen, it was incumbent upon us to also make the announcement to the kings at the Gan Traditional Council. And so we made this announcement to the Gamanche. And then so that subsequently it will be announced to the other chiefs. So we did this, and then we were told that there is going to be a funeral committee, planning committee. Now, before this, we had series of meetings with the Gamanche, and then the modalities for this funeral planning committee were set. So when it was time for the establishment and the constitution of this funeral planning committee, we were told that in subcommittees we would have representations of the family. For instance, in the finance committee, we would have a rep there, and because there's going to be a donation, some donations, then it means the family member would also have to be part of the signatories. And then where we are standing now, we those times have buildings here. There is a story building here, and because we are talking about the funeral and burial of the late queen, then it means that that one is going to invite so many people to come and witness the ceremony. Therefore, we were advised to create a space here. So Kodak was sent here, led by one of the protocol officers of AMA, to come, and then they assessed the place. And upon the assessment, we will have to bring some of the buildings down here, clear this place, make it spacious, and there was another house here. We would have to clear it and put up a 3-story building here. Now, so those demolitions were done, and Kodak took the debris away. Now, we were expecting And this demolition exercise happened on the 5th of March. So we were expecting that because we have been promised, that is why they have come to demolish. And after the demolition, Kodak came with designs that this is the plan that they want to put forward. Now, so from 5th March, we had expected that definitely they would come here and start to rebuild. Why the rebuild? The rebuilding was as a result of the understanding that we had that once the body was brought from the morgue, it will be brought here. She will be bathed here. Apart from the bathing, she will be laid in state for 2 days here. You understand it? 2 days here. Then subsequently, it will be carried to the Traditional Council for 3 days. So in total, the Queen Mother will be laid in state for 5 days. Now, if you have the state now as you see it, you realize it's incomplete. You cannot bring the Queen Mother here when we are having visitors in their thousands running to this place. Then, of course, we are not prepared to face this kind of embarrassment. Now, this structure that you see is not built by those who demolished the place. We started this building on the 9th of September when we realized that the promises that we were giving were not forthcoming. You understand it? Then we started here. Again, where the late queen will be laid finally, that is her tomb, is also not prepared. So we are the same people who have prepared that place. So we realize that series of meetings that we've had and the promises that we've had in the past are not seeing the light of day. Now, traditionally, once we have our Queen Mother dead, then it behoves upon the family to also sit, call family members paternally and maternally. And this one will be done by the head of the family of Naa Dedei Oma3druo. But because the head of family himself had not gone to perform his right and that of the stool, it becomes impossible for him to sit and settle, to invite these paternal and then maternal side to come and then meet for this particular funeral. And so we've been telling the funeral planning committee that this is what we have to do. We have spoken to the government, of which he had promised that these things will be done. In fact, we withdrew ourselves from the funeral planning committee from on the 2nd of July 2023. That was our first withdrawal. You understand it? Now, by 5th, we were convinced by the government so that we write an apology and retraction letter to them, because they say we shouldn't have written to them, we should have come to them and explained things to them verbally like this. But we've done that one countless times. You understand it? So the suggestion was that we will write a letter to withdraw, to retract our withdrawal and apologize, and then another letter to table our concerns. And so by tabling our concerns, the concerns at that time, on the 5th of July, were only two: that our family head be allowed to settle and begin to do his work. Okay? And again, the second one, that he would have an unfettered access to the stool, so that at least he does the right there by setting aside the stool. But these ones were not taken. And we've been chasing for this since January. Now, the reason they are not allowing us to have unfettered access to our stool is because there are notable people at the Ghana Traditional Council, okay, who are behind those people at the stool house and pushing them not to allow the family head to have stability and to settle. The reason is because if he settles, no one can elect, nominate, select, or install any Queen Mother. But that is their agenda. Because unless you live within this Gamashi, you will not know the rumors. But they have elected and appointed people, and they are training them to become the Queen Mother, so that at the time of the funeral, by the close of it, they will now just spring up a surprise. We want the family head to settle, so that anytime anyone would want to bring someone, you know you must pass through the family head. And because of this, they do not want him to settle. So they keep telling you that, oh, hold on with this right. Just this past Sunday, we had a press conference done by the chairman of the committee. And he said that they have instructed the stool father to set aside the stool. Now, the question is, when he said they, who are they? Is he talking about the planning committee or is talking about the people at the Ghana Traditional Council? If he's talking about the planning committee, is that part of their terms of reference? If he's talking about the Ghana Traditional Council, do they have that mandate to talk about our stool? Each and every one of them, whether chiefs or queens or the king, each of them have their individual stools. Nobody controls it except themselves and their family. Therefore, it does not lie in the mouth of any other person to control our stool. By controlling our stool from their stool, it means they are taking our rights and they are taking and snatching our kingdom, and that will not happen. And so we are asking the question, who is setting aside our stool? Who has that right? Apart from the Queen Mother, the right only lies with the head of family. And it's the head of family that they are preventing from settling. You understand it? And that is why we are saying what they are doing is unlawful. It doesn't follow customs and traditions. But this is what people are doing. But the precedents are there. That here, we know that people are bent on taking the rights and heritage of people. And it had happened. And we can give countless of names. So we are guided by history. And we want to protect our kingdom. And by protecting our kingdom, this is what we can do. Therefore, when we realize that going to people for adjudication, and those people that we have gone to them, who could not adjudicate and bring the ruling, and themselves they are in bed with those who are defending and our opponents, they are in bed with them, then we sought to the law courts. That is where we believe that we would have fair hearing. And so we went to the court. And when we got to the court, initially, we wanted to pull them also to the court. And so we got a writ and want to serve them. But upon that service, they manhandled the people, the bailiffs, and so they could not be served. Another time too, the bailiff also went there. They manhandled him. They were not served. And so repeatedly, it has been non-service. So if we want to pull you to court so that we go for adjudication and you are avoiding service, the next thing to do is to file an ex parte motion. And so we went to court for that ex parte motion. And yesterday we had our injunction. And that is why we are saying that for us, we have not, you see, initially we were going with them until we realized that the promises that were given to us were false. And so we departed. First time we were convinced, we came back, and finally we departed again. So once we have departed from the original plan, we are not part of the plan. So when people call us to ask us, 3 days, are they closing? We say, no, that's not our business. We have not given such orders. And so we cannot speak to it. However, what we can say on authority is that the body belongs to us. The body is with us, and nobody can get the body. And we are saying on authority that the body will not be buried on that Saturday. It will not happen. And that is the fact. And that position has not changed. We have heard them saying that with or without the body, they will continue with the funeral. For us, the funeral, we see it as a show off. We see it as a fanfare. You understand it? We are truly the mourners, and we are mourning. And we will not do funeral without the body. You understand it? We can't do funeral without the body. We will do the funeral with the body. We are saying that if they will come to terms with us and reason together and be fair to us, then of course we would have a very great funeral. But how does it sink into one's head that the person, I heard one chief, and it's just unfortunate, a whole chief advising and saying that no, you know, some people, even the aeroplane fell somewhere, we didn't see the people, we even went ahead and do the funeral. We are talking about someone that you know, the person is alive. The person is there, live and colored. And you are saying you are going to bury without the person, then something is wrong. And what is the motivation? If not to snatch our kingdom from us, if the motivation is not for power and for money, I doubt what the motivation would be. But what they are doing, they are writing history, and posterity will judge them. Posterity will judge them. For now, it is our turn, and they are doing this, and we are expecting the public to come and mourn with us. We are expecting the public to come and also be behind us and demonstrate against the powers that be and talk truth to power. But they are not coming. Today, it is Naa Dedei Oma3druo's turn. Today, it is Naa Dedei Oma3druo's family that is undergoing this kind of hardship, tomorrow it will be them. And unfortunately, when they want to do the comparison, they say, oh, if Asantehene is able to do this, then why are we not able to do this? You see, the fact is, when you have people who envy, when you have cheats who do not care who they are cheating, then of course you lose the respect. You understand it? Because we heard how, and we saw on TV how Asantehene's mother was buried. You understand it? If you have people doing their jobs naturally, and you are not cutting corners, the people will follow you, and this is a mark of true leadership. But when you want to cheat us for us, you see us, we may be few in your viewing, but no, we have some faceless people behind us. And above all, the symbol of the Manye is just like this, with one figure showing up, meaning Janungo, unless God. And so unless the last man drop, we will continue to defend our kingdom. And our kingdom, we must defend. It is our duty, and nobody will come and do it for us. So when we see people come here and say, oh, let us bury the Queen Mother, they cannot cry more than the bereaved. We are the bereaved. They can't cry more than us. They don't only want to bury her, they want to bury her and snatch her kingdom. Take everything that belongs to her. But for us, it's not only the burial. We are looking at our kingdom. And the next generation will come and see this kingdom in this family. Because those of our forefathers who were here in our place at a particular time defended the throne. And we will defend it. And so that is what I have to say. So Saturday, they may do the funeral. It's a fanfare. It's their party. They want to just stand as though they are celebrating Christmas in October. You understand it? They are pushing their Christmas into October. And they want to get a big guinea fowl. That is the party. And enjoy. But what they will not get is that they will not, young man, what they will not get is they will not get the body. You understand it? And that is it. Thank you.
So what's the way forward for the family? What's the preparation after the 10 days the court has given?
You see, for us, we are expecting them to come to terms with us, to reason. If they will come to reason, why not? They are our people. We are only fighting them because they are snatching away our kingdom. We are only fighting them because we think that we are on the right path and we are defending our thing. Anybody would have fought for it. You understand it? When Nkrumah was fighting for Ghana, the colonial master saw him as a terrorist. When Mandela was fighting for his right and the right of his people during apartheid, they saw him as a terrorist. But his people were seeing him as a hero. And when you come to defend the family, they say, oh, this guy there, he's worried. We are defending our throne, and that is it.
So, as he has said, that's the executive secretary of the family of Naa Dedei Oma3druo III.
Biene jiheni yomu baka. Ne baka ne kusuna sane 2 days ye wekushian. Dana ba handle over Kehagan Traditional Council. Okay, ke okwe biye wo hie tromone do biene jiheni wo feni akele ba meno na ba juanle cause manye me manche me lumoe ajuwa me ye mochi do be bia ne nyese kechese ni ba juanle do be me ni ba juanle chuni ame ba to ne ni kamba to bie na me juan la tan eni ame kele ba baji bie do he na me kele ba ba ne do ka me kele ba bie me ni ba hin bie ne I'm a washroom GBA. Ona, I'm a washroom GBA. Ona, I'm a washroom GBA. Do ka juanle ye bien aju na sale bie ke no frɛ no ka me jeje be he na me kele ba nme ne ba ye bie nyo ba sale ni gan we ku fe ba kweleji bie ne gan we ku fe ba kweleji bie do ke akwele atan e ka gbene ne ye bie nyo e ke akele ha gan Traditional Council ke akaje hu bie ten do ke kaje bie ten atan e ka gbene kusun ni yo fe e ka mefe ye no se je ameji meni amekele ba wo booming we ku ani kele ba wo booming we ku ye he ni e kele ba wo ni weku wo ye he ni wo fun wo manye me wo manche me ye ni ji asene weku we ni jomu e ja asene weku mi do ono ni gan yu ake ame ye he ni amba to le ye tomon wo ye he ni afun the first the second ni the first the second ne money ya ne e ha me ni dafi do we ha weku ele ake kenyu mo chele akele aya fita amehe do etu me mi ashigbe ye jeme ahale already do bia ne asai akomofe na afele do no na you no akọ weku tafla je ni weku enfe no na mele je ni won toshka she won to ni afe jale ni ne kan shike ha meni baba ni na yo mo bi afole ni ye gan kusum mi mo fe mo ni bagbo asa ehia na kele mo tafla che mo ko ni be no ko po asa ehia apento wo ke gbo mo wulu na ken gbo no ni wo fe na fe mo ko ha ko dan mo ko ha ko pene chi weku adan che wo fe do ba pa gan tete ketete fe fa ya ke we mo na you na me condemn mon family ka mo bobi eto ye ame bobi eto because me ma do mo bi ma ka ke ninga e ha wo promise na I'm part of that meeting ni wo collect 9 times she neun she tam wo collect dan de ke bi eta she enyu e we fe 11 times meeting ni fe o wi ake shi ane ni ji shi ane o ba sa she won wo kwani ngbele mba na sa ni wo fo fence wo na fe hi ekese fe ni wo fe no ni wo fi o ni wo ba so ni gan tete ketete fa le ake no na you kame bobi eto ye ke no ni me you de bi enta oshika de bi enfe neke na ho dabi shishiko na wo no mi jino ni wo hie ye ni kosuma ni sana fe ni weku ho afe ne dan enye taya la mi hu no ho apele na afe do bete fe oten wo mo yo mo e ha na afun le onye wo fe no kunaka do many you ake wo won hwe yo mo e ha hye me feel like Gan traditional council ni nye ke na ne amashin because ko ke Gan traditional council je mo komeje menyo be man gan manche men no ne kesha ni amenye ni mancheme akọ ha ameye na meche bia na tashin ake mancheme nye form traditional council le ne aye ne kesha ne ni akejale ni anmehe ni sana ake me ni Gan akọ mama papa na ebu I don't think ake be Gan ye future bia ne ketwene ne wote me ko na ake be Gan ni jigan e be future because kene ni Gan traditional council nye ne ke na ne amashin they fe no nisa ni wo fe wo keka se ni be wo teme ko wo lehe ni Gan ya do wo be madanye shin kenye ha ni ngbla ni bi amefiu kechonye twa no manye jabla nye
Yeah, o fine ni na mo wo ke yo bia ne
acho mi ni kote gamanye papa se oni. Yeah.
So that's a family member, a direct family member of the Queen Mother of the Gan State. So we are still here at the family house of the late Queen Mother of the Gan State, Naa Dedei Oma3druo the third, and we have two of the children here in the name of
Michael ni Ofe Danso.
Emanaf Mondanso.
Okay, so Clock TV wants to wish you so much condolences, and we say may the right things be done and may your mother be buried at the right time and the right people.
Thank you
All right. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.